What episode number are we on? Back in the studio for everybody. We got to be past 48.
I don't know.
Are we at 50 yet?
No, I thought
50's got to be a special episal. We got to do something. We got to have a playing episode. We got to go play the Fast Five at least.
Oh yeah. We do. We can show everybody your skills out there on the course.
I'm playing pretty good now, to be honest. So
49
episode. So 50, we will play. We will go out and record the Fast Five on the golf course.
Yep,
we can do that. We can do it. So 50.
No one knows what the Fast Five is though.
But they'll get introduced to it. They'll get introduced to it at the time. So Mr. Wood, how are you doing today, sir?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing well. We really didn't miss a week. We're still within our same schedule.
Yeah.
We just would have released something either Friday or Saturday. Now we're just recording on a Monday.
Yeah.
But this will go out today. Go out today.
I got a question.
Yes.
So with that hat, is that the style to leave sticker on, or you just forgot you had the sticker on?
This is the style. This is what black people do with hats.
And then people ask me, and then the funny thing is, they're like, what do you think, you're black or something?
This is what black
I'm like, maybe. I don't know.
Black, yeah. I mean, you can be a temporary black when you're along with me. That works, but black people, we tend to leave stuff on our clothes, whether it's like Jordans, we'll leave the. It's just a part of it. It's a part of the culture. Remember when Brooks was like,
your tags on?
Remember when Brooks was like, you just don't understand it. It's drip. He was talking to the guy. Brooks is honorary black now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? He understands. Like
when I was younger, I always wanted to be black.
Well, you're close now. Yeah,
my favorite athletes were black.
Well, most people's favorite athlete is black, though. I mean,
I was gonna say not golf, Tigers.
Most people's favorite. Let's have an interesting conversation here right now.
Hockey.
No, not a black.
I think that's the only one right now.
Baseball, probably it was a black person at one point.
Tyler White and Casey Kelly.
No, you had King Griffey, Barry Bonds, Tony Gwynn, Frank Thomas, Darryl Strawberry. I mean, you had a bunch of black athletes in baseball that were probably people's favorite.
Yeah.
Football, I mean, other than probably a quarterback, it's gonna be a black person.
What about Steve Nash when he was in his prime in basketball?
But he wasn't people. But Steve Nash still had Shaq, Kobe. Jordan was still in the league a bit.
Steve Kerr.
Steve Kerr, right? He is he's a great coach.
Christian Leitner.
Most hated athlete in history.
All right.
Is he the most hated Duke athlete ever?
I don't know. Why is he hated? He made the shot, didn't he?
Man, people hate Christian Leitner.
Really?
Yeah, people maybe because they think Duke athletes are privileged. I mean, people hated Grant Hill because he went to Duke.
Yeah. Because they're smart, they hate him.
Okay, let's pick another sport. Golf, we said Tiger.
Harold Varner.
Well, for me, yeah. I love Harold Varner, Cameron Champ. Congrats to Cameron Champ, by the way.
Dude, every year, he's kind of like my buddy Charlie Belgian. They're like 190 in the
get a win
money list or whatever.
And
they're
win.
Like, oh, you're going to lose your card, although Champ won last year.
Yeah, he won last year. Yep.
But they always get hot and get a win or get it. Charlie only had one win, but he had a runner up. He had third, fourth. So I would just keep him getting his card for like 10 years.
I heard an interesting stat, and I don't know if you heard this. They said that there's 4 players under the age of 25 that have won in the previous 3 years.
In their first 3 years, yeah.
Cameron Champ, Colin Morikawa,
Tiger
Woods, and Bryson, I think. And he's right at 25.
Well, Bryson would have been, he came out after his junior year.
Did he?
Yeah. He went 3 years because SMU was going to get in all
You're right.
that
You're
trouble.
You're right. So I think that he was the 4th though. But to be in that kind of, category, even though you're a putt, because Cameron cannot putt really. I'm just going to
That's what they say, but he led strokes gained putting.
But he can't putt though.
But that's why I say you got to be a good driver of the ball to give yourself a chance. But you got to close it out with the putter.
You say it all the time, and I don't know if it came from your philosophy or what Decade Golf has talked about. Driver, wedge.
Well, they've just gotten more in depth on why. I couldn't explain why. He obviously has a system that people can use universal.
They said that Cam Champ hit 2 drives, 391.
And he hits it, and so the theory that you have to hit up on it.
No, he does not do that.
He hits down on it, but if you can trap it, good, then he hits these bolts that carry like over 300 yards. Yeah,
they said his compression is more than Bryson, but Bryson is hitting up.
Bryson's trying to I'm sure Cameron Champ could optimize a little bit, but he's going to lose so much control. Like I hit down on it when I try to hit up. Yeah, my face control, it's hard. Like
if you've been doing that forever, it's going to make it more difficult. No, that makes sense. So let's jump right into our new Captain America. Patrick Reed no longer can say he's Captain America. He went over.
He went over there and represented pretty well for not having a.
He didn't even know he was going until 48 hours
and
before.
He showed up right the day of his first round, right?
Yeah,
he shot 3 under. I think.
48 hours before, well, 72 hours before, he found out because Bryson
got
tested positive for COVID, which he's playing in the World Championship this week, which is weird.
I don't see how John Rahm had COVID like a month ago. Now he has it again.
Yeah, that's weird. So we won't get into COVID.
They'll say it's a variant.
Yeah, we won't get
something.
That is weird. But so Patrick Reed, our former, and I'm gonna say it, our former.
Was he self-proclaimed Captain America?
No, he was because of the Ryder Cup.
Well, yeah, I know, but I didn't know if he said it or
he's Captain America.
The fans created it.
It was Anthony Kim before him.
Anthony Kim,
and then Patrick Reed.
Rumor has it he might be making a comeback.
Man, I would wish.
If anyone can do the legalities of that insurance policy that he got for around
to figure out what happened,
but
it could have been like a 10-year gap.
That's what I feel like I remember seeing. So that would be awesome.
But he's going to come back as a 38-year-old.
Golfer's prime, mid-late 30s. So my source is a former teammate at OU.
Oh yeah, of course. We won't give away that. We won't give away the sources.
They had the same swing coach. And the swing coach has been in Dallas playing golf and working, playing golf with Anthony every day.
So,
this is a pure rumor.
Hold on. I know,
but it came from a pretty legitimate source.
Because if we break it first, then we want the credit.
I mean, if ESPN wants to call us, they're gonna have to pay us for this kind of information.
So when you say this is good because this is better than the Olympics, to me.
I totally forgot about that. When you say what I want to talk about, I didn't know.
If you say playing golf, is it preparation or just kicking shit? That's the difference.
Well, that's what they used to be best friends and they kind of had a falling out, but they had the same swing coach. So he knows his swing coach has been in Dallas for a while and every day at the golf course with Anthony.
And there's probably,
and I've gotten some videos from roundabout golf sources of Anthony hitting
I have also.
And everyone that has seen it in person that knows him says it's exactly the same.
I have seen.
As when he was number 3 in the world?
I have heard that he may have even broke a course record.
Is he the most mysterious athlete, like of that level?
Without question. Without question.
Because you know how much money he could make just showing up at a golf tournament?
He just dropped off the face of the earth.
Because I guarantee he has he could get a medical exemption, so he has X amount of tournaments. Because he just went away.
Left.
And he had won within,
he was
have some exemption.
My second favorite golfer ever.
Yeah.
I mean.
What's that say about you as a person?
I'm a terrible person. Clearly, people know that by listening.
Was Tiger number 1?
No, which is odd.
What?
Okay, so
Varner.
No, so this is weird. I think I've told this story before. No, I worked at TPC Sawgrass, and he was the only person who talked to me.
See, I always heard bad stuff.
Him and his son Cass. Cass was young at the time. They were the only people who came and talked to me.
Really?
Like
it's because you had your tag on your hat. Probably.
Maybe so. I came with the drip.
You always see DJ with that drip on his
hat.
But
he would. I mean, I'm telling you, he's a work horse.
Oh yeah.
He would be in the back of there. So when we would pick the range, of course, like most courses, they have a amateur side. And that's a resort course. So the amateur range is huge. I'm talking.
Oh, because the PGA Tour owns it. So they have a.
Yeah. And then they have a whole place in the back that was.
Yeah, Scottsdale has that.
Okay.
As well, yeah.
So we would be picking at the time and you would have to sort his balls separate. And put his balls.
I've been thinking about that in Northgate. You think they'd do that for me?
No. Hell no.
Come on. We want to use Pro V's on the track, man. Can you go get them?
Of course not. They're going to take those and keep them. But we would sort his balls, give them to him. And then one day I just would go back there and he'd spark. He may not even remember me from Adam now, but we'd spark up a conversation. Then I started seeing his son come out. And just from then, it changed my perception of what people said about him.
Yeah.
So I always rooted for him. And then that one year, he had the greatest year I've ever seen. He won like $10 million.
Yeah. I had the same experience with Phil Mickelson.
And you've said
I'd always heard bad stuff. And then you meet him in person and he was awesome. So it's like, who knows? Never know.
Anyway, back to the Olympics. So yes, Patrick Reed, he did well. He did show up, played well.
What did he finish?
I think like 30th. He didn't contend, but he played well.
Yeah.
But we can congratulate Xander from San Diego, right?
San Diego.
San Diego kid.
San Diego State.
San Diego State. He is American, born and bred. He is about as American as he gets.
Well, without American parents.
But he's American, though. He is
he's hard, yeah.
He is hardcore American.
Yeah. I didn't realize his mom pretty much grew up in Tokyo or Japan.
Oh, I didn't know that either. Okay.
Yeah, they're talking about how she was born in, is it Chinese Taipei? Or
okay, yeah. Okay.
At 2 years old, went to Japan, and the dad was from Germany. Did you hear that he was actually going to the either Olympic trials or he'd already made it? He's going to his training. He was like a pole vault, I don't know, some track event, and he got hit by a drunk driver and he went blind in one eye.
I knew he went blind in one eye, but I didn't know how.
Yeah, and he was an Olympic they kept saying he was on course to be in the Olympics.
Wow. So Xander being able to honor his dad's legacy.
So Xander hadn't won in a long, but he's up there every tournament.
In 2 years, he hasn't won.
But he's always up there, right? Yeah. So where do you put the Olympics? Is it like a World Golf Championship?
No.
Because it's a thing all by itself. But they should count it as like a major or something.
But you got to remember,
if you win one of those, that should count as a major.
Rory Sabatini would not ever contend in a major again. So did you see how big the green complexes were there?
I don't know.
Look. So I watched it. I watched all of the final round, not in real time because, of course, there's the time difference. There was a green bigger than the studio, and the flag was literally right in the middle. No slope, no nothing. They could just fly at those pins.
Yeah.
So Rory Sabatini would never have that in a major championship.
Yeah.
So this is more of an exhibition to me with stakes behind it.
Yeah, I mean, what did Xander shoot? 19 under?
19 under.
I mean,
and he
what's
shot
the lowest?
63 on the final.
Yeah, but the Masters, that's been done too. I mean, well, Anthony Kim shot 63.
But he didn't win.
Yeah, but what did DJ shoot when he won?
65.
No, I mean, but his total under par.
Oh, it was like 18. It was like 18. Yeah, it was like 18.
They're saying, but if you saw their balls off the tee, they just sank straight down into the rough too. So it wasn't set up like a US Open or anything.
Not at all. Because there's no way. So let's talk about the top three. Xander.
Okay, so because the course is gonna be different every year, so they're always gonna have a different style.
Who was this style off?
The Olympics. They're gonna have their own thing, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And it's only once every 4 years, so why couldn't you count it as a major?
I just feel like because
if you have a gold medal, you need to get some, say, what does Jack have? 17 majors?
18.
So what if Tiger had 17 in a gold medal? Is he didn't meet Jack's record? Man,
here's the thing though. Like, you got to look at what the other countries are bringing to the Olympics. Yeah, like
it's the Olympics.
No, hold on. You're
like all the other golfers that didn't even want to go.
You've heard what Brooks has said. He's been like,
oh yeah, he says
you only have a few people to beat when you show up. In the Olympics, that was really true. Let's be honest, man. There was guys from Chinese Taipei that we never saw before.
CT Pan, I knew.
Well,
CT Pan
he did finish what, third? Who finished
got
third?
The bronze. He
got the bronze. So he got the bronze.
Yep.
So I'm just telling you, you would never see Xander, Rory, and CT as now. Colin Morikawa, he's good, but who's Pereira?
But down the road, because I think one of the biggest hits is the Americans not wanting to go, and Rory was in that boat, and we have a lot of the top players.
Yeah. And Rory made a comment after.
We have Patrick Reed playing instead of Dustin Johnson,
and instead of Brooks,
but you got Morikawa, you had Rory. I mean, I think over time,
yeah, Justin Thomas.
Yeah, I think over time the field is going to get. And Rahm was supposed to play.
He was supposed to play. Yeah.
Bryson was supposed to play. So you have. I mean, the Masters only has a field of 84 players.
Okay, but who's okay? Here's. Can you tell me anything that this guy has ever done? So here's a golfer's test right now. Who is? I don't even know what his first name is. It just says T. Detry. It doesn't even give me his first name.
You picked someone I know. He played at Illinois.
I didn't pick him. I'm just saying I don't know who this is.
So
but what's his first name?
Thomas Detry.
Okay, they don't even have his name on here. That
Thomas
shows you.
Peters there at Illinois, but because he
plays Thomas Peters though,
but because he plays full-time European tour. Yeah, but Thomas Peters played more in America. They both were together at Illinois when I coached at Ohio State. They're good.
Here's another person. They don't even have his name. G. Miglione.
Magadellonia.
You've never heard of him before. Here's another person you've never heard of. And they don't even have his name.
You never heard of Will Zalatoris till he almost won the...
No. We follow college golf, so I've heard of Will before. Yeah. I've never heard of...
because you live in America. You think
that is true. That is true. So I will take that back. I will apologize to...
look at Slovenia getting second place.
And Slovenia might win the world championships in basketball because of Luka Doncic.
How's our basketball team?
We're terrible.
Have they recovered?
We did beat Czech Republic, but that was expected.
How many we beat them by?
About like 15. So it wasn't anything crazy. But
did we beat Iran?
We did beat Iran. So we came out of the qualifying round in second.
That would have been awesome if we would have lost to Iran.
If then we wouldn't have made it to the medal round. so all right. So but let's I got a question for you, and I kind of teased it before we started recording. Let's say you have a gold medal and one major. Does that make you a Hall of Famer?
How many other wins do you have?
No, that's it. A gold medal.
So you're Rich Beam with a gold medal.
Perfect. Okay. You're Rich. No. You're Rich Beam with a gold medal. Does that make you a Hall of Famer? You know what?
Maybe we could get Rich Beam on the show because he lives in Austin.
Think about that question though.
Sure, well, let's bring him on. Well, if we can.
If we can. Yeah, Rich.
I got a buddy that I see him posting on Instagram. They play golf together.
Okay, so
we'll
Rich,
see.
we want you on the show. We'll drive to Austin.
Okay, so now I'm going to say, yeah, he would.
But no, who else?
Say no.
Jason Duffner.
He's won like three
tournaments, a PGA championship, 2 regular season tournaments, and let's say he had a gold medal. Does that make him a
no? Man,
then you can't say a gold medal's a major. Because if you got 2 majors,
no, but if he has 2 majors, that's it. I'm saying
if you have 2 majors, you are in the Hall of Fame.
I think the Olympics needs time to build up that mystique.
Yeah.
Because like all those guys didn't want to go, and then I was listening to Kuchar and Graham Dillette, who played in 2016, and they're talking about it's like one of the best experiences of their life. And how many times does Matt Kuchar talk about his 3rd place finish at the Honda Classic?
Never.
But every time
he brings up his bronze medal all the time.
He has it in his backpack, and people always want to see it.
And Justin Rose talks about his gold medal all the time.
Yeah, and he's won a U.S. Open, so he'd be a good person to ask. But
he's won multiple tournaments, though.
But the value of, because that's your country.
That's what I'm saying. So this is what I'm getting at.
So it has to be up there with a major. That's a good one.
Yeah, if you just had, and this is going to be a question we'll put on our Instagram. Maybe we can use this clip. A gold medal and 1 major. So a guy similar.
And no tour wins.
No tour wins.
Has there ever been 2 majors and no tour wins out there? We need Rich Beam to come back and win one.
There has to be someone who's only won majors.
Because that's the only guy I can think of that only won a major.
Yeah, Rich Beam.
And no.
I thought Duffner, but you're right. Duffner did win a couple regular tournaments. Who else only won 1 major?
DM us on Instagram.
Yes, let us know. But so we can get away from the Olympics talk and talk about, can you believe that we didn't
even talk about Xander except for his parents.
He won. Congratulations. What else we talking about?
He's from San Diego.
He's Captain America.
I'm from San Diego.
Yes,
all the best athletes are. You know how many Heisman Trophy winners are out of San Diego?
3.
5.
Who?
I can't remember.
There's not 5. Reggie Bush, Matt Leinart,
Ricky Williams. No,
Ricky Williams from Austin.
No, he went to UT and won a Heisman. He's from San Diego.
I didn't know that. Okay, that's why he smokes so much weed.
Matt Leiner's from Orange County.
I thought he was from San Diego.
Marcus Allen.
Okay.
We'll have to have my dad call
You did know him then. Okay. Yeah. And tell your dad what's up. I remember when he ran up on me at the Wildcat Rage. Like he was the FBI. Hey, I'll listen to the podcast. I was like, hey, I don't know who you are.
Celebrity wherever he goes.
No, I am not. But he did run up on me. I was like, hey, I don't like people just running up on me like that.
You see this tag on my hat?
I'm black. But no, all right. So can you believe that we're already in playoff season golf? After this World Championships this week, you're right into the playoffs. BMW Championship is at the first week of September. You jump right into the Ryder Cup. Who's your player of the year so far?
Oh, man. Morikawa. But no, he won a World Golf Championship. He won a World Golf Championship this year. The PGA was last year, right? Or is that included in this year?
It can include this year because it got to be. Because they played those 7 majors.
Morikawa has, and he almost got the bronze. He lost in that playoff.
And that's 7 man. So he has 3 tour wins, 2 of them being majors, and a World Golf Championship in 12 months.
Yeah, it's got to be him.
It's got to be him then.
Yeah. Who else is?
I would have thought Dustin because you could count that wraparound with the major that he had.
But didn't he get that last year?
Yeah, but still, I mean, it's going to be a part of it.
Yeah, it'd be hard to give it to Dustin because in this calendar year, he hasn't done much.
He hadn't done much.
Morikawa, and I can't really think of anyone else who had a major
What about
run.
Oosthuizen?
It's all about winning. If you're not first, you're last. What has he won?
He's won one regular event and then second at every major.
Every other tournament. Because even at the 3M, he was like third.
Every tournament, top 10.
People don't realize how good that is because in golf, you have 156 guys you're playing against.
Yes.
The best. You're not just playing one game.
And every week, he's in the top 10.
Yeah.
Every week.
Yeah.
Every week.
But I'd still, I mean, you got to give it to, what's his name?
So is Morikawa on a Tiger trajectory?
No.
A Spieth trajectory?
Hopefully not.
Okay.
Spieth.
A Rory trajectory.
Got one more major and then fell down.
What about Rory?
Hopefully not. Rory's been 7 years. I think Morikawa is more mentally mature, like as far as like golf IQ and mental game, mentality, just because of his coach growing up, still his coach now is a doctor of sports psychology, or he's a sports psychologist and a PGA professional. So he's been trained on the mental side for a long time, where Rory, I feel like whether maybe it's his lack of competitive nature or, I think you told me he's in it to make money.
Yeah. He was like, then
you have
the dollars.
Who, I don't know anything of him doing mental game coaching, but I think like Tiger was like that with the mental game when he's 5 years old. They put it as equal importance, I guess, to physical training.
Yeah.
And Morikawa's the same way. So I would expect him to pass Rory's major mark of 4.
Okay.
Do I think he's as talented as Rory?
No.
I would say no, but I haven't seen Morikawa in person. So
I don't think anyone's. I honestly think Rory was more talented than Tiger.
I don't know.
Some of those swings that Rory could. There's some things that Rory can do on the golf course.
But that's how amateurs think, the eyeball test.
True.
You got to look at all the different variables.
Because there were some things that I saw Rory do back in
his ball
12, 13, 14 was insane.
And it's his driver. He was the best of all time. So if you see him hit that, it's an eyeball test. He's the best.
I think I do fall victim to
I think
what I see.
Until I became a coach, I always thought, I'm better than that guy. But then it's like, decade golf. I didn't look at where they missed, like their golf IQ. There's so many different variables that now I'm aware of that I wasn't, before
that's
I coached.
interesting. That's interesting. So, but before we,
what if Xander wins the FedEx Cup playoffs? Is he then player of the year? He's got a gold medal and the Tour Championship and the FedEx Cup.
Man, that's a good question. That's a good question.
But Morikawa's got 2 majors and a World Golf Championship.
Then you're saying that the gold medal is a major.
Yeah, but you said it was a tough pick because he's got a World Golf Championship too, Morikawa. And if they count the PGA
from this time last year,
or
it was around this time last year,
something,
yeah.
Well, no, it was supposed, it
was around this time last year,
and then that Augusta in November or something,
So if they can count his PGA on top of his, what is it, U.S. Open he won?
Morikawa won the
British. If they can count his PGA with his U.S. Open,
British
Open, then it's not
all about America.
I know, right? Shout out to Captain America. It's not a competition.
Well, even if who can beat one World Golf Championship and the British Open?
The Olympics. If you win the Tour, if Xander comes back,
Tour Championship's not a World Golf Championship.
If Xander wins this World Golf,
you're going to start with a staggered leaderboard.
If Xander comes back and wins this,
I'm saying Morikawa. I just wanted to try to think of something that could be
think about it though. Let's think about Xander. If he comes back this week and wins the World Championship, because he could, I think he's going to be a little tired, probably celebrating. So I'm not betting on him. I'm going to tell you who I'm betting on here in a second. But if he comes back and wins that, and then also wins the Tour Championship in September in Atlanta. And
so you're saying an Olympic medal, a Tour Championship, and what's the other one? World Golf Championship?
And the World Golf Championship.
But Morikawa's still got a World Golf Championship.
And a major. Or 2 majors if we count it.
Yeah. So I'm going to have to give it to Morikawa, but I know who's going to be next year's comeback player of the year.
Tiger Woods.
That would be pretty cool.
I think he's playing. Have you seen the recent picks?
Matt Wolff. That's my pick right now. Huh?
Matt Wolff still needs to get out of his head.
He's getting there.
He's got to get out of his head.
Yeah.
I know you got some inside, but he's got to get out of his head.
I don't know, but he's had blips of great play. since he took that 3 months sabbatical.
But
but it's still there.
It's still there. Like, I mean, from anyone who.
When you're recovering from a major,
yes.
But he's capable. You just got to work out the kinks.
Yeah.
He's not shooting 82s anymore. Or whatever he shot, 79.
79. Yeah. That's crazy.
We've all been there.
No, I've shot 179. So I've never been there. So, all right, let's talk about my card for this week. So I tried to pick guys who didn't go to the Olympics because
What is this week?
This is the World Championship, World Golf Championship. Hold on, I'll pull it back up again.
Is it the one more?
Hold on. No. This week is the World Golf Championships at FedEx St. Jude, TPC Southwind. Last year, Justin Thomas won.
Okay.
So I put a little action on Justin Thomas just because you have to play the previous winner.
How did he do it?
He finished like T20.
Okay.
So
all right.
He had a great first day, struggled the next couple of days, and then he wasn't in the 7-man playoff for the bronze. But so I always put action on the former winner. There's just something about the mojo behind defending. Yeah. So Justin Thomas is actually my A player for this event. Now I could have gotten Colin, but I just don't believe that he comes back from the Olympics.
Worn out.
I think he's worn out.
Jet lag.
Could have gotten Xander, but I just can't see him after a gold medal. You know how much
he's
binge
just
drinking,
always up there though.
You know how much binge drinking I would do?
He just got married. Maybe he's settled down.
Shit. Okay. So I picked Hovland. Okay. So I've got Hovland as a part of my team.
Short game's improved.
And he looked good in the Olympics.
What'd he get?
He was like T20 also in that, area where it was comfortable. I picked Shane Lowry. Okay. I thought he'd be a reasonable person.
He needs to come back. He's still hungover from that British a couple years ago.
Yeah, but he's been playing well.
That's what I'm saying. Getting out of his hangover.
And then I picked some guys that I figured they need to kind of get off the snide. Kevin Na.
Okay.
He was very cheap, like $6,500 of my $50,000 in my budget. Higo, just because we've talked about him before, and I like his game. And then my last person that I picked was Neiman, because I think Neiman is due for a win. He keeps flirting with leading on a Sunday.
Does he still just have that one win from a couple years ago?
But this year, he's led on 2 Sundays, and then he's been top 10 going into a Sunday,
Yeah, but Louis been, leading like 10 Sundays.
I know. But one of them has to break through, though. You know what I'm saying? Like, at some point, you have to break through.
Yeah.
So this time, I'm picking my A player, of course, again, is Justin Thomas. But then my B player would be Hovland and Neiman in that same space. Yeah. The other guys, I'm just flyers. Like Higo, all of them. Those are just people that I consider this kind of a
experiment.
A smaller world championship compared to the ones in the post Olympics,
post British Open.
Exactly. So I'm hoping that a guy can come up from behind and win this event.
Yeah,
so
good.
So anything before we get out of here that you want to leave the people with?
I think.
God dang it. And it's on camera too.
You gotta get a grip on your. You can get those plastic grips on your cups.
That's 2 times that I think I've spilled something during the podcast.
Maybe you should always have a water bottle with a lid on it if you're clumsy.
True. That is a good tip.
Yeah, I carry a Tide pen with me at all times
because you spill pin.
I had to explain to my girlfriend yesterday why I have to have a Tide pen. I can't get the stain remover thing afterwards because I don't know when I'm gonna spill. Because at HEB they have them for cooking stain.
Yes, they do. They do. They do.
But I want to have it ready for it because I drop stuff every day.
Yeah, I do too.
So the Tide pen. Yeah.
So this, I don't think a Tide pen can get out the energy drink that I was just drinking.
It's clear.
This was a by the way, this was a Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson energy drink.
The Rock.
Because I don't drink coffee.
I watched the U 30 for 30 yesterday.
That's a good is he in it much though?
At the end.
Yeah. I didn't think he was in it much. But so whatever this Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson energy drink is.
I've never heard anyone call him Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
I call everybody call everyone their formal names. Yeah, that's what I do. So he is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Was he an All-American at the U?
No. He was not All-American.
Was he a starter?
He was a starter. He was for 1 year.
They were good.
But the year that he was starting, that's the year he got hurt. They won the championship. So I don't even know if he got to play in the championship.
Got a ring.
He did get a ring. Yep. And he was at Miami. So that's all. Oh, Big 12. OU. Okay. Indulge us for 5 more minutes. OU and Texas said they're going to the SEC. What do you think about that?
I like it because if we get our asses whooped, then we get our asses whooped. But at least it's not going to be all this SEC so much better, and because OU year in year out the top 10 program,
without question.
Yeah, and if not top 5 almost every year. So now we get to go in there and play those guys, and we're going to have a better chance with those recruits that are going to A&M just to play in the SEC, going to Alabama just to play in the SEC. We can Texas, unfortunately as well. They can, are going to have that help them as well, which maybe they'll be able to be over 500 for the first time in 25 years. But I think it's good. I kind of feel bad for the other schools in the Big 12, but to be great, you're going to upset some people.
Yeah. So here's my thing. I think OU.
What's it going to do to college athletics?
That's what I was going to get into. I think what people are going to realize, you and I know, because we've been on OU's campus, we've been in the facilities, we've been there. I don't even think people understand that OU is actually up to par with all of those places.
I transferred from the West Coast for golf, right? And I had no clue.
People have no clue.
When I stepped up, I was like, "Oh my God!" All I've ever heard about is Oklahoma State's golf facility. But
people will,
and then football, obviously, their facilities,
This is going to be shocking for people when they really get a look under the hood.
There's a reason the best quarterback,
every year goes to OU.
Yeah.
Even if they plan to sit for 2 straight years.
Mm-hmm.
And it's going to help the golf program, because now it's not just OSU that you're playing against. Now you're playing against all the schools that have good golf programs, because you got to remember the SEC, they end up playing.
Big 12's got a strong conference, golf. Texas Tech's always.
Texas is with us now, though.
Well, I know, but their golf has always been.
I'd say
it's probably Pac-12 is probably the best.
Oh, of course.
And then SEC has more schools, but I would say Big 12, SEC about
the same.
About the same. Okay, their top half are really
good.
But
baseball, this is going to really make a difference.
All anyone cares about really is the football.
I know, but basketball, this is going to make a difference. It's not only just Kansas.
We had a better
now.
basketball conference, but
we do not. It's only Kansas that we had.
They have Kentucky. Who sucked last year.
They have Kentucky. Bama is usually pretty good in basketball. Auburn is usually pretty good in basketball.
Baylor won the national championship.
Baylor did win the national championship last year, though. But that's an anomaly. Let's be honest.
Dude, Alabama being good at basketball.
They've been good. They just had 3 good draft picks.
Well, good for them. They're a football school.
But I'm excited for OU to be in the SEC. I was tired of hearing all that SEC nonsense.
Me too.
OU gonna go there and kill.
But what if you do you see the Oklahoma State president or whoever come out?
Yeah.
That was a bad. I mean, I understand where he's coming from, because it sucks.
Of course.
But you can't do that.
You cannot.
And that's why you're Oklahoma State. OU would never come out and do OU would never knock on another school for leaving their conference.
Without question.
I mean, they
didn't do it when
OU.
They didn't do it when Missouri left. They didn't do it when A&M left. They didn't do it when Nebraska left.
No.
They didn't do it when Colorado left.
That's the difference between an elite and a good. In anything.
That's in anything in life.
If you're going to knock on someone because they have a better opportunity. This
is your advice, yes.
If you're going to knock on someone because they're better than you, or they have a better opportunity, you should be happy for them and work harder to get there.
Agreed.
Is Oklahoma State going to hop on OU's, piggyback on them, try and go to
forever?
Well, yeah. So come on, make a name for yourself. You've done it in golf. You've done it in wrestling.
And baseball.
And baseball. And basketball's okay.
Yeah,
but come on, you can't come out and bash OU because they had a better opportunity.
Cade Cunningham was just the #1 pick in the NBA draft.
So be proud of yourselves.
Yes. Come on, Cowboys! Cowboy up! Cowboy up! Cowboy! This is a bash on.
Now we're never going to get Donnie from Oklahoma State.
Yes, we will, Donnie. Cowboy up! We want you.
He experienced the greatness in OU for about a semester. So
All right, look, this has been episode 49, episode 50. You will see us on the course. I'm just glad we've been more consistent here about the last 6 weeks. We're doing good. Numbers are going up. People are seeing us again.
Send it to your friends.
Send it to your friends. You probably don't like me because I wear my tag still on my hat, but that's okay. I'm a reasonable person, so keep up.
We've all forgotten to take our tag.
This is not a forgot. Yeah. This is definitely on purpose. All of my hats look like this.
No, so. I'll wear my drip when we play on the Fast Five.
That's been episode 49. Golf Performance Group Podcast. If you like what you heard, follow us on Instagram at golf_pod. You can find us on any streaming platform that does podcasts, as well as YouTube at Golf Performance Group. JJ, what's your handles?
At JJ Wood Golf and at Golf Performance Group.
And at Lebronald Palmer. That's LeBron with Arnold Palmer after it, just like the drink. So that shouldn't be difficult to find. And we're out. Appreciate it.